Are you having a hard time growing your YouTube channel? Are you tired of listening to all the experts? They tell you the same thing over and over. They tell you make great thumbnails, use catchy keywords, all that stuff. Is it doing nothing to help your channel grow? I know exactly how you feel. Like you, I've been trying to grow my channel for the last 8 months, and I'm going to tell you all kinds of tricks that I've learned along the way. Join me on Invention Therapy as I show you some of the tricks that I've used to get views right here on YouTube. If you guys help this video get lots of views, I'm going to be telling you many more tricks. Welcome back to Invention Therapy. And in today's episode, I'm going to show you some tricks that will help you get views and grow your channel. Now, as I said in the beginning, there are a lot of experts out there, and don't get me wrong, they're pretty good at what they're doing. They're also really informative, and they have helped me along the way. The problem is that most of those guys already have subscribers, and they're really not talking to people like you and me who are just starting out and trying to grow our channel. Yes, I know they talk about creating thumbnails, great thumbnails. I know they talk about creating search engine friendly titles, tags, description. We already know all about that stuff. One of the things that they don't tell you is that even bad videos do get views. Yes, people get lucky, they load something up there stupid, and suddenly it goes viral. So the real key to success on YouTube isn't necessarily creating great content. You do have to create content that people are interested in, but there are a lot of bad quality videos on YouTube that are entertaining and have gotten millions of views. So we're going to forget about all that. We're going to forget about the thumbnails. We're going to forget about the tags, the descriptions, and we're going to look at things that you can do that I have been doing to grow my channel. So let's get started. All right, so if we look at my channel, I'm going to talk to you about this one particular video that has been growing steadily for the past 6 months. And honestly, it was just one that I did on kind of a whim. I did a little experimentation and didn't have a lot of great luck in the beginning, but suddenly it's starting to get a lot of views. Let's take a look at it and I'll show you what I mean. So we're not going to look at the video. We'll just pause that for a second, but let's look at the analytics here. If I hit statistics, you can see that this video is growing. Now I posted it in April, so about 4 or 5 months ago, and it's had a nice steady stream. So if we take a look at this statistic on a daily view, you can see that it is growing. But what's happening here? It's starting to be recommended by YouTube. That's what's happening. So not only am I really good with the search term, how to invent something new, I'm also starting to get suggestions, and it's becoming more and more popular. It's also starting to rank higher and higher in the search, and we're going to look at that in a second. But I wanted to talk to you first about how I did this. So let's take a look. The first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to find a suggested keyword that works. And stick with me here because I'm going to show you things that other people haven't. I know you've seen this before, but there is more to this. So watch this video and stick with me, and I promise you, you're going to learn something. So if we go to Uber Suggest, which is a new one that I've discovered that I really like, and I type in invent, I'm going to get back a lot of suggestions. Now, there's tons of them, 224 to be exact. But we already know something in my how-to and science categories. I use both. We know that YouTube prefers how-to in the beginning. For some reason, they love to suggest how-to videos. So keep that in mind. That's hint number 1. So, how to invent. Now we're down to 96. But what I started to do is I noticed that the top keywords here are right here. And this first one, how to invent something. Now, this is a long tail keyword. And I should add that notice that I've selected YouTube. You can also select web, and the searches tend to be a little different. But in this search, I specifically selected YouTube, and you should do the same. So keep that in mind. You want to do the same thing. you want to select YouTube and you want to do the search terms that are popular on YouTube. And as I said before, how-tos work well too. So depending on what you're doing, if you can use that how-to in the beginning, it is a great way to attract more views. But let's look at something else. So we see how to invent something. Watch what happens when we go back to YouTube. If I go back to YouTube and I select or type into the search box, how to invent, look what starts happening. How to invent something is the second most popular. How to invent something new is the most popular. So let's do that. How to invent something new. And of course, what you're going to see is I came up first. Now, I wasn't first in the beginning, and that's what's starting to grow this video. So obviously, before I started, when I wasn't there, let's say it looked something like that, how to invent something new was kind of a catchy keyword. And I noticed it was almost 2 million results, 1.7. Let's go to how to invent. There's only 467,000, and I'm already the second one, but I don't get as many views from this one. This is hint number 2, by the way. Don't buy views with YouTube. After you pay for them, they seem to stop suggesting the videos, and I know Darryl Eves and a couple other guys have said this as well. You really don't want to buy them. It takes a specialized campaign to do that, but you can see if we look at my daily in the beginning, I was paying for them, and I was all excited I was getting views, but what I did is I wound up killing it, because if you look now, and it is because the graph is at a different scale, but it's really not trending too well. So that is not a great keyword, which was how to invent. Apparently the better one is how to invent something new. So watch this video and stick with me, and I promise you're going to learn something. So let's go back to that. How to invent something new. So as you can see, we use the how to invent something new as our main title keyword. And I want to talk a little bit about descriptions first, because everybody's saying descriptions are important. And you can see that I used some description here that was related to the keyword. I didn't use the word new, and I'm not so sure that it really helps. Let's look at our tags. This is a symptom of cart before the horse, or chicken before the egg in some cases, if you want to call it that. I'm not so sure the tags really help. Yes, they might help in defining what your video is related to other videos, but I'm starting to think that you actually start ranking for tags that you happen to have in there. And that if you really wanted to, you could go into YouTube and begin finding all the different things that you rank for manually, and then use those as tags. I'm not convinced yet the tags really do anything to help you gain more views. I could be wrong. There's a bunch of people I've discussed it with that are arguing with me that they say yes, tags are important. So I don't want you to point you in the wrong direction. Keep using your tags. I'm still using them, but the jury's still out on that. But one little secret, now that you've taken it this far, and now that you've stuck with me, and I know most of you already knew this part, now I'm going to show you something that's going to get you 15 to 20% more views, guaranteed. This is a trick that I stumbled upon. It's been mentioned very little on YouTube, and I'm going to show you what I've done, and we're actually going to do one, so watch this. Everybody misses this second button right here, and that is translations. And if you look closely, you can see that I've translated this into 5 languages. I've translated it into Arabic, German, Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish. And I happen to be missing one as I was talking, to you guys, I noticed. So what we're going to do is we're going to add one more, and I'm going to show you how to do this. You hit Add Language, you select your language, and here we're going to type in French, which is one of the ones that I forgot, and we're just going to pick the standard French. Now it's asking me for the translation, and look how simple this is. And you won't believe this, Google doesn't do this automatically. This actually helps. So watch. We go to Translate, Google.com. couple of the tools, vidIQ, and I don't know if the other ones have it, they do have translation built in where you just hit a button and it does it. But honestly, this doesn't take that long. So if we go back to our video, you just simply take the title, you put it on the first line, and you take the description, you put it on the second line. I actually just skip a couple so I know, and I forgot the I. We're going to go English and then do French. And now we know the first line is going to be French, so we'll just copy that, put it there, and we go back to our translator, copy the rest, and put it here. And that's it. So now we have the 6. So these are the most common ones that I have discovered that people are searching for. Remember, even though the people that are watching your videos probably speak English, they're more comfortable in writing in their native tongue. So if you can give them that information and have your video come up in their language, at least the text, they're going to be much more likely to watch it. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, oh, but you're using Google Translate. Don't you want better translations? No, it really doesn't matter. This is just for the search. We are just optimizing for the search, and most people on YouTube aren't doing this. Remember, nothing in life comes for free. So this is what I'm going to do. If you guys help this video get lots of views, I'm going to be telling you many more tricks. I have a lot better ones than the one you just learned here. So make sure you subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and let's keep going and learning lots more that can help you get more views and grow your YouTube channel. Hope to see you again on Invention Therapy.